Hello guys, today I show you how to fix your Nest doorbell here. But what I'm after here is not, I don't want to really fix it in a sense of once you're here, just to go over the destruction, I mean the taking it apart piece. I put the article of the iFixit for reference, but it's fairly simple. First you basically pry out this faceplate here, which is this guy. You can see how it is. You can just pry from the side. You dig in and then you start prying, and it's just glued, and you just go all around it with something like this. And once you take it out, there are 4 screws here. You see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. You undo these 4 screws, and then you have to get from the side like this, and then you start prying out, and just move around so it can detach. There's also a gasket in there on this here, so don't forget to put it back. Even if it got cut off in the process, it's okay. So anyways, put this back. Honestly, the faceplate is, I guess it is necessary because there's a microphone here or whatever. So you can just glue it back. It's not a big deal. Either double-sided tape or some sort of glue or whatever. And that's it. The USB is held by 2 screws here, so you can undo that. Or you can just leave it like this. It's no big deal. At this point, you can replace the battery if you're replacing the battery. There's no need for disconnecting this. You can replace the battery, that's for sure. And they sell it on Amazon for like 12 bucks or whatever. But the problem is when you try to, I bought this used, and I just want to use it as a camera for the patio, just to see what animals coming at night and whatnot. I don't want necessarily to get a battery, but when you try to reset it, as you can see, the reset button, there is one here, and to reset it, you have to press this while simultaneously pressing the doorbell. But the problem is when you press this and this internal battery is dead, the whole thing is just basically just resets. It'll just every time you press it, it'll reset. It'll shut off and power on again, and the reset procedure never really happens. So what I want to do is I want to provide power here so I can do the reset and be able to actually use it, and not have to put a battery. Because once you hook it up to a power source, like a transformer, this is a wired version, then you'll never really need this, since I don't need to use the chime or any of that source stuff, because the only time you need a healthy battery is when someone pressed the doorbell and you wanna hear the chime inside the house, that mechanical chime or whatever it is. That's when it needs the power, because when you press this button, the power drop significantly. So if there's no a good internal battery, it was gonna cut off. And then what happens is if somebody comes up to your door, they press the button, and then suddenly the video shut off. That's all. The last thing you see is when them pressing the button. That's it. Now you're not able to communicate with them. You have to wait for the thing to reboot, connects to the Wi-Fi, blah blah blah, and that takes like a minute or two. So anyways, I'm gonna have to. You can see the battery here is like filled with air. It's like one of those, when the battery sort of like starts inflating and want to pop. That's when it's going bad, and you can see it's like it's interesting. I'm not sure. A lot of people online, the replacement battery comes without this cable, just this, So I'm not sure what this sort of like jacket like. I don't know what's the point. I think this is a heater. I think that's what it is. So this is a heater for the battery, so it can work well the temperature drops. I think that's what this is for, and you can easily probably transfer it over. You just have to cleverly cut it and transfer it to the new battery. Anyways, I'm gonna cut these leads here because I don't have enough small enough leads to actually go on the pin and give it some juice while I do the reset. So I'm gonna have to cut this from here, strip the black and red, supply some 3.5 4 volts. I think that's what the battery is, 4 volts or 3 point something, and then hook up internal power to here, and then try to reset it. So let's see how that goes. All right, so now you can see we extracted the battery out of the jacket, the heater. So now you can basically, if you get another battery, you just slip it in here and everything is great. This basically was glued to it so it can warm it up, but it was a little difficult to take out because this was already expanded. Here you can see it's like a pillow, like air in there. So anyways, you have to be careful not to puncture this because I think these are lithium ion and it could potentially catch on fire or something, I don't know. But yeah, these are the battery leads here. So we're gonna have to get I'm gonna cut this and put it in there. But anyways, I wanted to extract the heater just in case I do end up putting a battery in it, and then I can just reuse this. Alrighty. Alright guys, so what I ended up doing is taking up the battery sleeve. This is the heater, and I took off this battery connector from the battery itself, so I didn't have to cut the wires. And then it's marked with the minus and plus, and I have a power supply here for the DC volt, set at 3, I think 3.5, something like that. 3, and then I have the USB connected, and you can see the thing is powered on. So we're gonna try to reset it. If the reset doesn't work, we're gonna have to connect the power supply variable, the VAC. So let's see here, we're getting definitely more than 3 volts, even though it says over there it's supposed to be 3 volts. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna go ahead and try to reset it. So there's the reset button is here. Okay, there's this button here, and then to reset it, we're gonna have to do both at the same time. But so we can see it, that did not work. So we're gonna need more substantial power, more than these two. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect the transformer, and that connects to these 2 wires here, these 2 knobs. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I was able to successfully reset it. You can see the ring pulsating, and that means it's ready to be paired. So what happened is, for some reason, the old transformer I had, I know this looks messy, but trust me, it works. But anyways, it got hot for whatever reason. I think there was maybe I saw some sparks here, so I don't know, maybe it got short circuited or whatever for a bit and went back. So anyways, I have a backup transformer. This gives like around 24 volt AC, or 20, a little bit more than that actually. And put it here, and then you have the 4 volts coming out of here, going into the battery connector that I pulled out, right? So there's the negative here, the positive here. And I'm gonna reset it again just to show you that it actually resets in the way that it resets. So I know this is not very pretty, but the power coming here into these two, where it's supposed to be on here, right? So, and let me try to reset it again so you can see. Go ahead and you have to press the doorbell button and the top button. You can see the green is on. So we press this and press this. You'll see. Gonna restart. And you'll see the ring flashing, the light here. It's like pulsating. That's what you want. So when I reset it a little bit ago, it gave me two like yellow, 2 or 3 yellow, supposed to be countdown, but there's no sound. So when I just did it right now, it didn't do the yellow thing again. It just went off. At this point, it is ready to be paired, and now I don't need this internal battery anymore. We just needed it for the reset, to have enough power to reset. So I think the battery is a little iffy, I think, right now. If I press this, see, it's not turning off anymore. So that's good. The power is correct. It's like as if it has the internal battery. It's got enough juice to maintain it. So now I think if I disconnect this, right, the light went off, it came back on, it's pulsating. I bet you if I press this, it's gonna shut off. See? Yep. That's amazing, isn't it? If I put this back on, okay, it's rebooting again. Now watch. See, it's not shutting off anymore. So, time to pair it. Make sure that it's actually working, because you can pair it without putting it back together. And then put it back together, and that's it. You don't need a battery. But anyways, if you made it all this way, you might as well put a battery. Like I said, I'm not using it for the front door, so I don't need the chime. I'm using it as a camera for the back door, basically. And then once you have it set up, you disable the chime. So this way, when someone presses the button, it'll ring on your phone. But that's it. And it won't need the internal battery. You just have to disable the chime, so it won't beep or send a signal to anywhere. It'll just make a click, but notification come to your phone. Anyways, I hope this is helpful. I'll try to finish off the video when it's all working from the screen recording. Take care.